Gamer.
Alright, welcome back to Tavern Gamers. Grand Arena Round 2 is here. We're gonna get into it. This is our opponent, and sorry, my audio messed up when I was recording it initially. I had myself muted, so I'm doing a voiceover of my commentary, so I'll try to make it fun. But that's our opponent. It's whatever this can't pronounce, so we'll just call him Urot. He's got 14.8, almost 15 million GP. A massive account compared to me. He's got more GLs, more relics. What else does he not have? Total relic levels, he's at 2145. I got 14 and change, so you don't really have much advantage here. I mean, maybe we got a little bit better on the speed mods, but he's got more Zetas, Omnicrons, Datacrons. He's just got more tools in the box. But we're gonna go over a few cool things. I got a nice counter. We'll talk about some counters to the Stranger one because he's gonna put it on defense. And I got a new secret team that I didn't come up with it myself, so I don't want to take credit, but no one knows about it for the most part. It's a really cool team. It's not a GL team, but it can beat pretty much any team out there, including GL, so I'm going to showcase that after. Don't want to ruin the surprise, no spoilers yet. And we'll discuss some counters and stuff that I've done, so stay tuned. But yeah, he's got Pirate King Hondo with 192 speed, so that's pretty damn fast. Got Ahsoka. You know, Leia's a bit slower than mine. His Jabba's really slow, but his Lord Vader's pretty damn fast. Have to say that. Kenobi's alright. Again, his other GLs are kind of lackluster. His Kylo's not bad, but his Lord Vader is definitely impressive. And let's keep going here. What else we got? So secondary characters, yeah, he's got the Gungans I don't have. He's got the old hag. Pretty much everyone I face has them. I don't have them, so it's usually undergun for teams. Ships, he's got Relic 10 on his Leviathan, so that can be good. I got a counter for it, which we'll discuss if he does put it on defense. If you guys haven't seen my other video, I showed the concept of that, how you can beat those Relic 10 Leviathans with the mirror. And yeah, secondary characters, a little bit slower on the most part, so we got a slight speed edge on mods, otherwise he's got me beat on everything. Alright, so we're gonna load up the game. Feel free to grab a drink, guys. Enjoy the show. Let's have a little fun. Now what I've done, obviously I'm kind of commentating after the fact, so I'll go over what other options are there for the Stranger thing, based on, not on what I did, but what could be done. There's a lot more counters floating out there that are non-GL that can beat it, so I'll give you a few more examples. So we're trying to redeem ourselves. First round we lost. We're not too far away from Kyber 1, so hopefully we get a win here, and then, you know, round out the next one. That'll get us pretty close. So while I was doing the recording, yeah, he did attack, and he's still attacking, so that's fun to see. Our top hole, I changed it up. I put Vader in with Palpatine. We got 2 holds, so that's a fun one. I don't know how my Bad Batch got 2, but I'll take it. Usually they always get screwed. And I switched up my ships. I took out Executor, put this garbage in there. I was sick of having these weird ship battles where things just go haywire and then I lose because of ships. So we're going back to all the offensive ships. Alright, so Padme with Barriss got a hold. Bounty Hunter team, nope, 1 shot, and then he's still attacking the Dark Trooper Moff Gideon, but Vader got 2, so maybe he tried Bo-Katan. I don't know what he did there. My Bo-Katan's been struggling horribly so far with all these new Datacrons, and Lord Vader, it's just not doing it. And that's my back wall, so I switched off the team in case he was putting Stranger on defense without Malicos. I was thinking, okay, I know a counter that works, guys, is Night Sisters. Regular Night Sisters. Mother Talzin, all those old hags of the old school Night Sisters can beat the Stranger Things as long as they don't have Malicos. So that's my thought was, if he's gonna put it on defense, I want to free up my Night Sisters just in case, so I have them off defense. And there's another team I switched up, which I'll get into. I don't want to spoil it too much. Alright, so his top wall, he's running the Bounty Hunters, plus he's got these the new two, I forget their name, but I don't know if that makes the counter better or worse. Usually I use, what's it called, I use Malagus and Sith, that's my counter. Now he's got Sarah, the old school Sarah Junda, so I think personally, you can do there's a few different ways to slice this, like with Stranger. He did put it on D. You can have Malagos in there, which I think is better against anti-revives. But personally, I would have, if you can squeeze it in, let's say you take Malagos out, right? Then you put in Maul, but that makes you vulnerable to anti-revive. So you gotta pick your poison. You can throw Barris in there, that's pretty good. You can do, I think, Cal Kestis. That's probably the better one than running what he's running. You can put Kenobi in there for a taunter. You don't want to like break up too many teams, so I get him doing it this way, that's fine. You could easily switch them, so whatever, to each their own. So he's got Tambor with the 15. So if he's using Tambor here, that's kind of good for me. If he's got that bullshit Ahsoka team with the tank revive and Tambor, I can actually use, now that Tambor is here, I can use my Night Sisters with Great Mothers to beat that. So he's got the Qui-Gon team, which is a bit annoying. He's got the level 6 support, the wordy one, that's a pain in the ass. A lot of armor pen. He's got Bad Batch, probably with the wordy 6, and then Great Mothers with Marin. So that's gonna make a few things a bit annoying. Alright, so let's get into it. Eventually he's gonna clear this, so he's gonna full clear me. No, I don't want to ruin it too much. I'm not gonna give you guys like the final score, but yeah, he does full clear me. And right now I'm just kind of trying to figure out what to do. So hindsight's 2020. So what I went with, which I heard that could work, I was gonna do Night Sisters, but I saw the Malicos, so that went out the door. Now what I'll use eventually is Qui-Gon here, old school Qui-Gon. Now what another counter you can do, again depending on whether they have Maul or Malicos or not, are Resistance, Finn, all the old school Resistance team with the Omnicron and Rose Tico, that can beat this team. I've seen, what else did I see? Mace Windu, Jedi Mace, or Master Mace, he can beat it with that team pretty easily. There's a few other ones. I think CLS, just your classic CLS team can beat it. And there was one more that was like kind of surprising that they just steamrolled it. I think Inquisitors were a bit spotty. I think it was like Bad Banners, or it was a two-shotter. There was one more team. If I remember it, I'll let you guys know. Oh, and sorry, Padme. So the Padme with the lovers. That team can beat it. And at the end they had Echo and Shakti in it. And with the support 6. And that beat the Stranger pretty good. So there are counters out there. Obviously, once the data is released on SWG, we'll check it out. We'll know what the better counters are. But I went with Qui-Gon. Again, that's what I tried. Now, it's looking horrible. They stunned my Anakin. I don't have the craziest armor pen on this Kron, so if I had a much better one, which I'll try maybe next round, we'll see. If I have like 200% armor pen, then I think this would work. So, here we go. Didn't quite work. We got rid of one of them. We're gonna do our darnest to. You want to go for Stranger? Get his ass out of there. He's relic fucking 9. And at this point, I'm just trying to like get rid of him at least. I'll two-shot this if I have to. And thank God we got a turn and we got him out of there. But it's gonna be a two-shot. we'll know for next time. Lessons learned. Away she goes. But now we got more options, you know. You do some research, you do some digging. There are a lot more non-GL counters, it seems, than GL counters for this team. So it's not terrible on defense. I don't want to paint the picture that he's absolute trash, but if Night Sisters can beat it and CLS can beat it, you know, Resistance, Padme, Mace, that's 5 teams right there, non-GLs that can beat it. I think it's much better to be going forward to be using it on offense, and obviously once the data is released, people are going to have this team figured. I think it's strictly going to be an offensive team. It'll be a powerhouse, but not defense. The defense viability is going to be out the door. So he's got some kind of stuff here for me. It's not like crazy. I just don't want to use good stuff because I'm suspecting this guy's got Hondo on the back. He's probably got Ahsoka and Leia or whatever. Just some pains in the ass. Maybe Maz Kanata on defense. So I don't want to use my good stuff just to get through his wall. And you guys saw how the last round, or if you haven't seen the video, the first round, check it out. But my opponent went like balls to the wall on defense. Had a lot of good teams. And I couldn't clear it, so I'm trying to just conserve my teams. I don't have the same firepower to just throw around. I gotta be very choosy on what I use. So right now we're just trying to figure out what counters for Tambor. Just trying to mull over, am I going to use Palpatine? Am I using gas? Ideally I want to save gas, I don't want to use Luke either. Because maybe he throws, what's it called? Maybe he throws Balin's skull on the back wall, and I like to have my Luke team, so that's what I was just debating over here, taking a bit of time. I don't want to use my 501st because I love having that in case they got something on the back that the anti-revive from the clones and gas is too good, so I was trying to avoid using them if I have to. And I was getting a little paranoid, so I just wanted to check his history again, just double check. No one's really attacked him that much. He got pretty much a pass on his Grand Arena. I never get like 3 passes in one event. That's insane, so lucky for him. So I can only base it off his offense, and it sounds like he's using the same teams. I mean, some people switch it up, some people use the same, so it's really hard to know for sure, but you get a sense of what he's doing, and he does the same thing, so. Yeah, he's using that stuff for offense like Balin. Lord Vader for offense, Ahsoka for offense, so maybe he does the same thing, maybe not. It's always in the back of my mind. I know when I was checking, I forgot to filter out Tambor, so that's what we're doing now. Now, a lot of these teams I don't have available, or I don't want to use it, so I'm thinking logically probably Sith Eternal. Now he does have a level 15 Kron, so you know I was kind of worried about it, but you gotta have faith. Because there's just no way they're gonna eat through the Eternal with the tech. I mean, there's just not enough damage from them. And I threw on Sith Empire just to be safe. So I'm gonna skip forward everyone the pain a little bit because this one went on for quite a while. It took forever to get my ultimate. When I did the first ultimate, basically only killed 1 or 2 of them, and then I had to do a second round of the ultimate, and I'll skip you guys the trouble. I'll just fast forward a little bit here. You can see it just takes forever to get them going. I lose both guys. We're going down to 1 minute. I'm hitting auto. I'm just getting frustrated. Like, it's taking forever. Their animations take forever. Yeah, down to 1 minute. I'll save you guys the hassle. And yeah, he got through that. 1 shots all around. So he probably used Kylo for the Ray. I don't know what he used for Jabba. And I don't think what's his face? Grievous, yes. I don't know why I can't think of his name. I don't know why Grievous. I didn't think he was gonna survive. So I'm assuming he full clears and he ends up full clearing. What are we thinking now? We're going against Night Sisters. What am I doing next? Yeah, I'm just mulling over my decision making. Let's skip ahead a little bit. I don't want to use gas, and I'll explain later in the video. I don't want to use that. I don't want to use Malgus either. So I made the wrong decision here. This was definitely a mistake. I went with Bo-Katan. I thought, hey, I'm not using them because Vader's probably using on offense, and I'm not using Bo-Katan really anywhere else except for maybe Gungans. So I'm like, oh, okay, let's give it a shot. You know, they're gonna beat this team. And I guess also I was scouting the Night Sisters, what we're gonna do for that. But we probably end up using Balin's Skull on this one. So let me just skip a little ahead. So yeah, I used Bo-Katan with the Wordy 6, thinking we can just ramp up and just decimate them. But as you see here, it's just we don't get anywhere. I don't think we killed any of them except for maybe Batcher somehow goes down, which I don't even remember how he goes down. I don't think I played it wrong per se, but I just couldn't get any headway. You know, they were staggering me, doing all this. The swarm didn't do too much, and even when they were at 100 stacked, just wasn't doing enough. And eventually, yeah, we lose everyone, and Batcher is the only one we got out. So I'll just skip a little ahead. So that was going to be a defeat. So that was my first mistake or screw up other than the Stranger 2-shot. So we had some wiggle room because he did mess up, you know, a few more times than us. But I couldn't afford a third drop. I don't think that would have probably cost us the match if we were to lose it, you know. 2 you can screw up on and they can still win by banners if they're super efficient. So for us to lose a third time, that could ruin us the Grand Arena. So I was trying to be very conservative. And here again, I was just mulling over some decisions what to use. So I'll skip that. So we use Balin. Balin's always worked for me. The Marin maybe plays a bit of an annoyance. And usually when I'm doing this battle, maybe this Kron had something to do with it. Usually they wipe them out pretty quickly. They don't survive long. But these guys are just tanking it for a while. So the banners are just brutal on this fight. Even Marin's just taking the hit. They're not making much headway. They're all in their stealth. He's got both Great Mothers in there. That's interesting. So she goes down, but they got old Balin linked there, so he's probably gonna drop any second, even with the stun. Like, look at his health, just down to nothing. You fart and he's dead. I mean, Dash is barely hanging on here. Alright, so she goes. Dash gonna drop any second. Oh no, okay, he survives, okay. Sorry to scare you guys, he survived. But it was looking shaky. Alright, so for this one, I think we use the budget gas version, which I'll explain the thought process later. I don't want to ruin anything, so we're just going to use a few of them and then some like Randys. I don't want to use Rex. Either Rex actually. I want to just fill it in. I know this is neutering the team a little bit because they're not all 501st, whatever. But there's a reason for it, which we'll get into. So anyways, I used that. I put on whatever max health and protection cron I could find, I could spare. Oh. Let's just go back for a second. So Anakin's under stealth. He died because he's not a 501st, which is fine. I just need to get the win. I don't need to make the banners crazy. Now, having known what he had on the back wall, obviously I maybe played this differently or had a different team, but you never know until you get there. In hindsight, it's always easy to question yourself. So I got the revive on the 5s, the level 9s, so if he dies, it comes back. It's got some decent stats on it. We just lost the one guy, which is fine. Not the best banners. But it's gas. You're rarely getting 65 on gas anyways. Alright, so what were we doing? Do we use Night Sisters here? I'm just trying to think about it. What did we end up doing? Yeah, we used Night Sisters because I assumed probably using Ahsoka on offense just from the scouting. So I rolled the dice, used Night Sisters, got rid of them. That was easy. They didn't have a leader. Or they didn't have all 5, so that was going to be easy. Alright, so his back wall threw me off. I didn't expect it to be this easy. I thought it would be Pirate King Hondo for sure. You know, maybe Leia, maybe Kylo or whatever. Just a few other powerhouse teams. Luthen is fine. Nothing crazy. I got still Bane for that. You know, I'm not too worried at this point. Now here we're gonna get into something, guys. This is the secret team, the team that's under the radar. No one really knows about it. Again, I did not come up with this, but it can beat most teams out there. If the one that struggles with probably the most is Ahsoka. But you can still beat it. You just got to be very specific. If they're running the Tankron with the revive, you got to be very specific on what you do, and you can still beat it. I've seen videos of it. So unless CG fixes this is pretty broken shit. It's going to be endless turn meter loop, and you got to use Skywalker on this to start as your leader. There's a few characters you can sub in and out. 3PO against Jabba you want because of the blind. You always run Han Solo, so you get the stun, that starts the turn meter train. And if they have like Hondo, the regular Hondo, you want to stun him to get you going. Now you need to use Rex. And this 5th one, this is what makes everything go here. So it's kind of not intuitive, but I have her barely geared up. I have her at Relic 3 Sans Staros. And this is what makes the team stupid and broken as fuck, because you get an endless turn meter to train. So just to remind you guys, his leadership, whenever they resist, he's giving turn meter to the team. And then, again, passing half of that to the rest of the allies, so that's part of it. Chupio is really there for the blind. You can sub him out for Captain Rex. You have to use this cron, and what makes this cron work is one of the clauses here. So this is all fine and dandy. It's not the leader slot, but it basically, right here, whenever an ally is inflicted with debuff, all allies gain 10% turn meter. Well, how are you going to inflict your ally with the debuff if the enemy can't do anything or move, whatever? And that's where Sans Staros comes into play here. So she has this weird ability, I didn't even know about it, called Suspicious, right? You guys can read it here. At the start of each rebel's ally's turn, whenever she evades an attack, or whenever attacks at a turn, or whatever, she's throwing Suspicious on the team, which is a debuff, and that's going to ramp up your turn meter. So this, with the Rex thing, with Skywalker, all this just gives you this infinite turn meter loop. And you can just run circles around the team. Once in a while, you know, they might get a hit off, but they're blinded, so you're gonna dodge it, and you're just gonna have Rex just doing aerial assaults and just bending everyone over, stiff cock, no loop, just right to the face. So I was gonna show it against Hondo, but he didn't put it on. But it can beat Hondo, it can beat Jabba. Again, against Hondo you sub out Chupio, you put in Rex, Captain Rex. But here, look. See the turn meter train? We keep jumping, Jabba goes, he's gonna maybe do one shot or blind. We're just ramping up, we're ramping, and they're gonna take less turns, and eventually they're not gonna move at all. Meanwhile, we're just decimating them. And he dodged the aerial assault, that was kind of bullshit. But I'm hitting auto, I just wanted to pretty much full auto this. So guys, if you have this team, you have that cron, use it now before CG nerfs the shit out of this. Put it on defense if you want, but if they have an anti-turn meter team, then that could still stop it. But I think this is probably better used on offense. You can use this to beat some of the best teams in the game. And again, that's Relic 3 Sans Staros. Crazy stuff. It can be Kylo. I don't know if it beats Rey because of the whole damage thing. I gotta check, but it can beat most of the teams. I won't say every team, but it's gonna beat most teams out there. So be watchful for that. Crazy stuff. Alright, so what do we have next? We gotta clean this team up. So I'm just debating where am I using my Sith, my Malicos, etc. I can use it either way. Against Sarah Junda, I can use it against Boba Fett. So while I'm deciding, let's skip a bit further. I'm just kind of mulling it over. Alright, so we're going to use Traya because there's not that many teams, and at this point I just got to get through it and one-shot everything the rest of the way, and if we don't get screwed on ships, we're good. So I just threw on the thick cron. Obviously overkill, but I don't want to just chintz it and lose, and we got a lot of spare teams, so if you have to beat the Stranger and two-shot it, go for it. But there are enough teams out there now that you can one-shot them. Alright, so he should go down with the basic. Yep, there he goes. And Scavengers doesn't stand a chance. She's just gonna take a little bukkake to the face. It's all good. Someone has to take it. That was her. Alright, Sarah Junda. So we got a lot of teams left. definitely a misclick. I meant to do Malgus, so let me skip ahead. I'm just mulling over which cron to use. I don't have much left right now for the dark side. I mean, that one seems okay. It's got 20% health, some potency, so I'm like, alright, let's just use this. So we got them all feared. Of course they dodge. You know they always dodge that for me. You know it's gonna happen. I'm already used to that. I feel like it's 50% dodge when I'm playing and recording. Alright, so we do the drain. We're just trying to get our shock out there. Let them take a few turns so we can start actually hitting them and doing some damage. Yeah, I don't think for the Stranger thing, I don't think having a Visa in there is good. I think the best lineup's going to be with Cal Kestis and or Kenobi. Well, definitely Cal Kestis, because you need a light side on online force users. So definitely that over Visa. And then you can throw in Kenobi, you want to throw in Virus instead, you can do either or. But if you don't put Malicos in there, you're just setting yourself up to get beat by Night Sisters. So I think having Malicos, I think you gotta just do it. I mean, you're kind of using a super team, but a lot of Omnicrons. But if you're gonna go play with the newest, shiniest toy, you want to make sure it performs, and like throwing it on defense and having someone beat you with CLS or Night Sisters just doesn't feel good. So might as well not try to chintz, you know, your Malicos and have two little teams with Sarah June. Just put Malicos on D if you're gonna do it, which I still don't recommend. Might as well just make one good team. Alright, so 64 banners, not bad. Alright, bounty hunters. Now there's another version out there, I've seen it. I don't recommend it necessarily because you're burning 2 squads to do it. You use bounty hunter, Boba Fett lead, then you throw Jabba and some Hot Cartel, you throw in Zam and all these guys that do the thermals, whatever. And it kind of works, but then I've seen people beat it with Mandalorians, so it's like you're killing 2 teams just to have it beat by Mandalorians, which you're not using against Vader anymore as much anyway, so I don't think it's worth doing it. But it can trip someone up, so if you want to do it, go nuts. I still think it's better to have the 2 separate teams. So here we're doing Kenobi. We're not going to use him anywhere else. We already beat the Jabba. Normally Kenobi beats my Jabba, but if they have that level 6 support Kron on there, then I don't waste time with the Kenobi. He just will fail pretty bad, so I'm not using him anywhere else. So yeah, let's skip a little ahead. And these little bastards put up a pretty good fight too. You'd figure, you know, we just steamroll them with that 200% defense. These guys are just surviving. They're throwing thermals up my ass. I'm trying to go for Zam because I know she can start doing some pretty crazy things. So Ahsoka's almost going down. I don't know if that guy's Zuckus, the new bounty hunter. I forget his name. I don't know if it makes him better or worse. Probably can't hurt. It's new. Everything new has to be strong. But yeah, this team, if you take it lightly, you can get bent over pretty good. Eating those leaps from Ahsoka, still alive. Alright, so at least we got the stun, we did the shatter or whatever. We'll go back to Zam here. Thermals are starting to build up. I'm getting a bit worried. I'm trying to keep the boys going, but these bastards are just taking it. Look at this shit. 15 thermals on Padme. She's probably gonna go down. That might have been the revive. Alright, someone's going down here, no? Somewhere, oh, there. Okay, so Ahsoka's down. I'm just trying to top them up, but there goes Padme. And now I'm feeling a little shaky. I mean, I don't think they're gonna kill Kenobi with that, but banners are shit. Oh, Ahsoka's down. Barely beat these bastards with the GL. Terrible banners. So next time maybe I use the Sith Malgus for that. Keep my Kenobi for that, just to get the better banners, because that was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Alright, so those are the last 3 teams that we gotta clear before we go for ships. And at that point I realized we have way too much stuff left over. I was just double checking. I'm like, am I forgetful? Like, in my mind I've done this too many times. I should have just done Bane without second guessing myself, but paranoia is a thing. But I got Relic 10 Bane, come on, how is he gonna lose? Even with their fancy attacker Kron. Just slap on a little armor pen. Not using this anywhere else, but do we end up using it? Yeah, we get 20% health. Alright, whatever, a little protection, some armor pen. So Guerrero is gonna be feeling the burn. There you go, it's that Bane easy. 2 teams left. Now he does have that crazy level 15, but I'm not too worried about that, because if you can take him out, anti-revives doesn't matter. We still got Kylo, we got Luke, Leia still, I got unaligned Force users. I think I still have Maul. So I got an Inquisitor, yeah I said Inquisitor. So I have at least 4 or 5 teams still, before I'm going into, like, my deep end. So we're gonna slap on the strong one. I just took that out in case I wanted to use unaligned Force users, although it doesn't really matter. So yeah, we got him out because that Kron, he just sticks around. You gotta kill him before you can kill Radis. So we go for him. Now we start pounding on good old Radis. Vault's already there, and this should be going down pretty soon. Easy cleanup. So again, his defense on the back wall, much weaker than I was expecting. Had I known that, obviously I would have changed things up. So now we're gonna have a little fun. It's like, how do I want to kill this team? Do I want to use Leia? You know, I got options. I'm like, you know what? I'm not using Maul. There's 2 teams left. Let's throw Maul on for fun. It's, you know, definite overkill. But I got it. I can afford it. Let's have a little fun. Rock throw. And they're gone. So just like that. Alright, so I'm going to skip through the ships. It wasn't that strong on ships. Again, I brought all my best stuff, and he went kind of soft on the ships, kind of like I did. So, barring any kind of crash or me just completely screwing this up, we'll one-shot the ships. So you can see it there. It doesn't have any of the crazy stuff. So I'll fast forward just a little bit because the video is already long. I'll show you the banners. I think I got 73 or 74 here. I got nothing special I did. This is just your basic stuff. I could probably have just done 3 ships really. So yeah, 73. Let's skip ahead a little bit. So I used my Leviathan against this team. This team's pretty nutty. If you don't bring in the right team, they can get ahead of you with that new ship, and with Ravenclaw they just get their ultimate and they take like 20 turns before you can fart. So I said screw that, we're using Leviathan. Like look at this, they're pretty quick, they just get the roll on you. But I'll fast forward it guys, the result's going to be the same. It's going to be easy clean. I think I didn't even bring in all the ships, I think I just brought the one ship in. We're just going to get some banners back, you know, top them up a little bit. Alright, and then in here we're bringing Executor against Executrix. It's been a while since I used him on offense. I forgot like how good he is against this. I know if you're playing it, you know, roles reversed, you can beat the Executor, but I'm controlling the ship, not the computer, so you just gotta basically kill the middle ship, and go for the ones right beside it. So. I almost got the bastard dead, but he's going down now. So he's pretty much dead. I think in my hubris I got a little excited and I just did that instead of bringing in a ship, so maybe a bit of a mistake. Should have brought in probably boss ship or even slave 1. The bomber's pretty tanky. Alright, so here I bring in finally the Bosky, Slave 1 or Hound 1, whatever, Houndstooth. Alright, so he's down, it's just the gauntlet left. Now it's the final score, you know. He could have fought everything else clean and I could still lose theoretically, although it's probably going to be close. But we get the win, just kind of barely, 20 points or whatever, 24 points. So not bad. It was definitely sloppy, but we were learning. First time going against a stranger, and I got to show you guys that new secret OP team. I'll tip off our hat to our opponent. Definitely it was a close battle, slugfest either way you look at it, so I wish them well next round. But yeah, I mean, it was a learning experience for all of us. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe and stay frosty.